A man peddling trinkets on a bicycle and posing as a religious healer becomes the mastermind of an international religious conversion racket and has funds worth 106 rupees crore, $13 million in 40 bank accounts. Jamaluddin, alias Chhangur Baba's rags to riches story, seems straight out of a Bollywood potboiler. Yet, the macabre undercurrents of this story make it a gut-wrenching one. Chhangur Baba, recently arrested for allegedly converting thousands of gullible Hindus, ran a sophisticated conversion racket specifically targeting Hindu women. The Chhangur Baba case exposes a dark underbelly of threats, extortion, violence, sexual abuse, monetary incitement, intimidation, and brainwashing tactics. The role of foreign funding in fueling religious conversions of Hindus continues to be a pressing concern in India. In February, the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh stated that the government had received reports of certain NGOs diverting foreign funds, obtained under the guise of education and health projects, toward religious conversions. He added that strict action would be taken against such organizations. In November 2024, the Home Ministry announced that the FCRA license of any NGO involved in religious conversion or having links to terrorist or radical organizations will be cancelled. Against this backdrop, the Chhangur Baba case underscores the role played by foreign funding in facilitating the large-scale conversion of Hindus. It underscores a new method of channeling foreign funds that relies on large-scale informal networks and the involvement of radicalized actors. According to the report filed by the UP Anti-Terrorist Squad, ATS, Chhangur Baba was plotting to set up a terrorist training facility with the aid of foreign funding. He is accused of receiving over 500 rupees crore, approximate $60 million, through 40 bank accounts from various foreign sources, including Gulf countries and possibly Pakistan. The case is still being probed by multiple agencies, including the UP ATS and the Enforcement Directorate, ED, and with time, more details will emerge. However, what is alarming is that Chhangur Baba's story seems merely the tip of the iceberg. According to media reports, many such jihadist rackets are being run across the country, utilizing the archetypal Islamist playbook of sexual exploitation, forced conversions, blackmail, and foreign-funded subversion in India. Monetary lure, love jihad, sexual abuse, and blackmail. Chhangur Baba, who used to sell amulets and various other religious paraphernalia on a bicycle, had an almost overnight change of fortune after his stints in Saudi Arabia and Mumbai, where he allegedly forged powerful networks. The conversion mastermind ran an organized conversion racket from the Chand Aliya Dargah as his base in Balrampur, UP, using psychological manipulation and brainwashing tactics, religious lectures, and a book titled Shidra-e-Tayyaba to influence individuals into converting. His gang employed a multi-pronged strategy, primarily targeting Hindu women. Tactics included offering financial incentives and promises of jobs, education, and other opportunities. The conversion mastermind also recruited Muslim men to pursue Hindu women through romantic relationships or marriage, with the ultimate aim of converting them to Islam. These men were paid generously and followed a typical love jihad modus operandi, posing as Hindus to lure vulnerable women and coercing them into conversion once emotionally trapped. Media reports exposed disturbing details of this network's methods, including cases of sexual abuse, rape, and the filming of such acts to blackmail victims into forced religious conversion. In July, several female victims of the Chhangur Baba conversion racket spoke publicly at a press conference organized by the Vishwa Hindu Raksha Paris held in Lucknow. In their testimonies, the women alleged that Chhangur Baba not only coerced them into converting to Islam, but also ordered his associates to rape them repeatedly. The victims further claimed that Hindu girls were being trafficked to Pakistan and other Islamic countries through this conversion network. An Op India report documents many such harrowing victim testimonies of the Chhangur Baba conversion racket, where victims were allegedly coerced to convert through the use of violence, sexual abuse, threats, intimidation, and blackmail. A Hindu man, Harjeet in Balrampur, was blackmailed, harassed, and eventually forced to convert to Islam by Chhangur Baba and his aide. The man was first lured with job promises and then threatened with false cases. Jayaturgme Rai from Up alleged that Chhangur Baba brainwashed him and threatened to murder his daughters if they didn't convert to Islam. A Hindu woman named Manvi Sharma became the victim of love jihad in Lucknow. She was later forcibly converted to Islam and married off to the guy under Chhangur Baba's supervision. The gang also blackmailed her using obscene videos. Sanchit, a Hindu man employed at Chhangur Baba's house, was allegedly offered a house, a motorcycle, and 5 Indian rupees lakh to convert to Islam. When he refused, he was falsely implicated in a rape case, and his wife was also jailed on fabricated charges. What is most alarming is that Chhangur Baba built such a powerful local network that he seized properties of Hindus who refused to convert and used his influence over the police and courts to frame innocent people on false charges. The UP-ATS also arrested Rajesh Kumar Upadhyaya, a clerk at the Balrampur Chief Judicial Magistrates Court, for allegedly aiding the conversion racket. According to media reports, the clerk exploited his connections to secure court orders under Section 156(3) of the CRPC through police stations, playing a key role in coercing vulnerable individuals into conversion. Chhangur Baba's modus operandi of weaponizing false legal cases against Hindus who refuse to convert is deeply alarming. If a conversion mastermind can wield such extensive influence to have people falsely implicated and imprisoned, it underscores the grave plight of his victims, individuals punished merely for choosing to remain Hindu. Feigning Hindu identity. As more details of the Chhangur Baba conversion racket surfaced, it was revealed that he falsely claimed affiliation with the RSS. He was made General Secretary, Awad, of an outfit called Bharat Pratikarth Sevasan, a name deliberately crafted to mimic RSS links. To reinforce the deception, the organization's founder, also an accused, even set up a fake office in Nagpur, the city where the RSS headquarters is located. He even used the photo of Indian Prime Minister Modi on the group's letterhead to gain the trust of gullible people and make his organization appear genuine. Chhangur's strategy reflects the Islamic doctrine of al-taqiyya, which permits misrepresentation and deceit against kafirs for the ultimate aim of conversion. Foreign funding trail. Investigations revealed that Chhangur received approximately 500 rupees crores in foreign funding, with 200 rupees crores confirmed and the remaining 300 rupees crores allegedly routed through a network of 100 bank accounts set up in multiple border districts of Nepal. The bank accounts in Nepal reportedly received money from Islamic nations. The Enforcement Directorate is probing the foreign funding trail of this conversion racket. Initial findings suggest that funds from abroad were diverted to purchase assets. Media reports indicate that these illegal funds were transferred mainly to individuals for acquiring immovable properties worth crores of rupees and financing construction activities. According to UP India, the UP Anti-Terrorism Squad, ATS, recovered a diary listing over 100 individuals marked as potential targets. Investigations also revealed the scale of Chhangur Baba's illicit wealth, which included showrooms, luxury cars, properties worth crores, and frequent foreign trips, particularly to Gulf countries. An India Today report reveals that Chhangur had traveled to Kathmandu to strengthen links with Pakistan's ISI and was allegedly plotting to marry off converted Hindu women to ISI agents and sleeper cell operatives in Nepal. He was also attempting to establish a base in Barni, Uttar Pradesh, with plans to use Rohingya refugees by having them pose as Hindus to lure and convert more victims to Islam. Chhangur's conversion racket reportedly extended across several Indian states, including Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Bihar, and multiple districts of Uttar Pradesh, which served as his base of operations. According to India Today, he also maintained links with international Islamic organizations, including the Islamic Development Bank, Saudi Arabia, Dawat-e-Islami, the Muslim World League, and the Islamic Union of Nepal. The Chhangur case is being investigated not only as a conversion racket, but also as part of a larger conspiracy against India's national security. Apparently, Chhangur and his aides were involved in diverting foreign funds to finance anti-national operations, including the construction of a building intended to serve as a terror camp. Chhangur's conversion racket has reignited concerns about possible links between India's Islamic conversion networks and global terrorism. There have been multiple instances in the past where love jihad has been used as a strategy by terrorist organizations to lure Hindu women, convert them to Islam, and eventually push them into extremist activities. In 2021, the ATS busted another mass conversion racket, where investigations uncovered connections between the prime accused and Pakistani terrorist Hafiz Saeed. The network allegedly received funding from Saeed and Pakistan's ISI. A similar case emerged in June 2025, when an underage Dalit girl from Prayagraj was lured to Kerala, forcefully converted to Islam, and recruited into the jihadi terror ecosystem. Despite numerous such incidents, the left liberal ecosystem continues to dismiss them as mere Hindutva conspiracies. The critically acclaimed film The Kerala Story faced heavy backlash from left liberals and radical Islamists who refused to accept its stark portrayal of love jihad in Kerala, involving the systematic grooming of Hindu and Christian women into Islam and eventually pushing them to become ISIS brides. Following the Chhangur gang's exposure, the woke lobby is expected to play the Islamophobia victim card again and downplay the dangerous implications of the radical Islamist machinery driving these networks. Targeting Hindu women, a demographic conspiracy. Hindu women were the primary targets of the Chhangur Baba conversion racket. According to media reports, out of the thousands converted to Islam through this network, at least 1,500 were women. Chhangur Baba specifically preyed on vulnerable women, including the poor, widowed, and those in distress from various sections of society. According to a report by Bhaskar English based on testimonies from several female victims, the Chhangur Baba gang primarily targeted women under 30. These women were coerced into converting to Islam through a mix of tactics, including love jihad, financial inducements, psychological manipulation, sexual violence, intimidation, and blackmail. Chhangur used code language to coordinate with his associates, referring to Hindu women as projects and conversions as soil tilling. Investigations later revealed even more shocking details. The gang maintained a fixed-rate list for converting Hindu women based on their caste. Reportedly, the rates were Indian rupee 15, 16 lakhs for Brahmin, Sikh, or Kshatriya women, Indian rupee 10, 12 lakhs for OBCs, and Indian rupee 8, 10 lakhs for women from other castes. The Islamic conversion industry primarily targets Hindu women because its larger objective is demographic change aimed at securing political dominance and ultimately enforcing Sharia law. This is why love jihad remains a central strategy. By luring Hindu women into the Islamic fold, they aim to advance the cause of jihad through controlled reproduction and religious expansion. In 2023, the Maharashtra ATS revealed that the Popular Front of India, PFI, banned by the center in 2022, had planned to establish Islamic rule in India by 2047 and sought to acquire weapons and ammunition with foreign assistance. The government's ban cited the PFI's involvement in terrorism, terror financing, targeted killings, disturbing public order, and activities threatening India's integrity, security, and sovereignty. Much has been written about the ideology of the Ghazwa-e-Hind, which promotes a violent othering of non-Muslims in the subcontinent, branding them as kafirs and calling for their conversion or eradication. Yet, the left liberal ecosystem routinely dismisses reports on love jihad as Islamophobic conspiracies. However, large-scale conversion rackets like Chhangur Baba's expose the unsettling reality. The Ghazwa-e-Hind project is advancing at an alarming pace, with vulnerable Hindu women emerging as its first and most tragic casualties. When will Hindus learn? On one hand, we have cases like Chhangur Baba converting thousands of unsuspecting Hindus, with a funding trail worth crores. On the other hand, we have the woke secular Hindus blissfully unaware of the dangers of radical Islamic extremism, yet ever eager to celebrate advertisements and pop culture narratives glorifying love jihad, all in the noble spirit of cultural assimilation. The irony, of course, is that many liberal and progressive Hindus end up becoming unwitting cheerleaders, if not enablers, of these conversion rackets. Anti-conversion laws in several states exist, but they can only do so much when the rackets operate with methods designed to slip through legal cracks. Add to this the compulsive virtue signaling of the woke, and the community not only struggles to identify these threats, but, in many cases, actively helps disguise them. Wrapping up. Targeted religious conversion of Hindus by the radical Islamist ecosystem remains a major concern, the aim of which is not to merely increase the percentage of Muslims in India, but to ultimately destroy Bharat by waging a war against its ancient civilizational and cultural ethos and its dharmic identity. The government and the authorities can only do as much to keep the Islamic conversion industry in check. The ultimate onus lies on the Hindu community to look inwards and strengthen the dharmic ecosystem. A dharmic resurgence is the only sure-shot solution to the crisis affecting the civilizational Atma, soul, of Bharat.